If you've been looking at Westlake and Avenir and trying to figure out which one is actually better for you, you're not alone. On the surface, they can look very similar. New construction, beautiful homes, great amenities, but once you really start digging in, they live very differently. And if you choose based on the wrong priorities, it can impact your day-to-day lifestyle more than you might think. So let's walk through this in a way that helps you make a confident decision based on what actually matters to you. First, you need to understand that both Westlake and Avenir are master plan communities. They are not just neighborhoods. These are massive developments that are being built out over time. And what you see today is only part of the picture. Westlake sits on about 3,800 acres, and it was originally one of the largest citrus groves in Florida. Today, it's being transformed into a fully functioning city. There are plans for up to about 6,500 homes and over 2 million square feet of commercial space. Currently, they are about halfway to the residential goal, and they're just getting started on the commercial side. They have several fast food restaurants open, a Publix, Tractor Supply, and a gas station. Plans to build a Walmart and Lowe's have been approved. When you're at Westlake, you're really stepping into something that's being designed to become self-sufficient. You'll have shopping, services, restaurants, everything continuing to be built right within the city. Avenir is actually larger, just under 5,000 acres, and that feels very different. About half of that land, 2,400 acres, is being preserved as natural space with trails and protected areas. This used to be a ranch land, and a lot of that natural environment is being intentionally kept. Avenir is also located in Palm Beach Gardens, which is also known as the Garden City, and they have always prioritized green space and preservation. So right away you're looking at two very different visions. Westlake being built as a city, Avenir being built as a lifestyle. Avenir is larger, it's going to feel more spread out and less dense. Westlake, with more homes planned, is going to feel more active, more connected, and more built up over time. Now, let's talk about the homes and the builders, because this plays a big role in what your experience is going to look like. In Westlake, the primary developer is Minto, and you'll see builders like Pulte and Lennar, along with Coulter in the 55 plus section. These homes are more production style, which means you can get in at a newer home at a more approachable price point, typically starting around $500,000 and going into the $800,000s, depending on how you design it, upgrade it, and your lot premium. In Avenir, you'll have a wider variety of builders, including Coulter, Toll Brothers, Kenco, Devasta, and Aco. The homes tend to be larger, with more customization options and a more elevated feel overall. Pricing typically starts higher and could go well over $1 million depending on the section. Now, before we go any further, this is usually a point where people start realizing there's a lot more to this decision than just price or pictures online. And this is exactly where I can help you. If you're trying to decide between these communities, or even if you're just starting your search, I offer a quick 15-minute call where we can talk through what matters to you the most, your timeline, your budget, your lifestyle, and I can help point you in the right direction. Because for some people, Westlake is the perfect fit, and for others, it's Avenir. And sometimes it's neither. You can schedule through the link in below, and we'll make sure that you're making an informed decision that actually fits your lifestyle. All right, let's keep going, because this next part is really important. Schools. For a lot of families, this is one of the biggest deciding factors, and it's also where things can feel a little unclear because of these communities are still growing. In Avenir, you already have a school within the community. Somerset Academy, Avenir, is opening now. It's serving K through 5 with a STEM-focused curriculum. And there are plans to expand into pre-K and potentially grow further over time. There's also a new public elementary school planned nearby around 2027, and a high school is in the long-term plans along North Lake Boulevard. Westlake is a little earlier in that process. Right now, students are primarily zoned for schools like Golden Grove, Western Pines, and Seminole Ridge High School. A brand new elementary school is currently being built within Westlake and is expected to open in 2027, which will be a big benefit to the families. So when it comes to schools, you're not just choosing what exists today, you're choosing what that area is becoming over the next few years. Now, let's talk about medical access and emergency services, because this is something people don't always think about up front. But it does matter. In Westlake, you already have a 24/7 emergency facility right within the community, which is an extension of Wellington Regional Medical Center. That means you have access to emergency care, imaging, and labs without needing to drive into Wellington or Royal Palm Beach. Westlake is also served by Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, with Station 22 located in the community. It's fully equipped with advanced life support, rescue units, and even high water vehicles, which is important for this area. Avenir is also served by Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, and they just opened a brand new station within their community. As the community grows, there are discussions about adding additional on-site emergency services to support that. On the medical side, Avenir is building something more comprehensive long-term. The Health Park Avenir will include a micro hospital, a freestanding emergency room, and multiple medical office buildings for primary care and specialists. That's currently in development, with major components expected around 2027. So again, this comes down to timing. Westlake has more in place right now. Avenir is building towards something bigger in the future. Now let's talk about location and lifestyle, because this is where your day-to-day experience really starts to take shape. Westlake is further west, which gives you more space, environment, and that newer community growing feel. When you are further from the coast and some of those more established parts of Palm Beach County, it's going to take some drive time to get to everything. Avenir, being built in Palm Beach Gardens, puts you closer to the turnpike, closer to Jupiter, and closer to the beaches. You're also closer to established restaurants, shopping, and medical facilities. So which one is better for you? If your priority is getting into a newer home at a more accessible price point, being part of a growing active community, and you like the idea of living in a place that's being built into its own city, Westlake might be the right fit for you. If you're looking for more space, a more elevated feel, closer proximity to the coast, and a community that focuses on nature, privacy, and long-term planning, Avenir might be worth a stretch. And this is where most people get stuck, because both options are strong. But once you really look into your lifestyle, your commute, your budget, and what matters most to you day to day, the right choice usually becomes very clear. If you have questions or want to help narrow it down, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help you walk through it and help you make the best decision for your situation. I'm Linda Brennan, your local expert in all things Palm Beach County. Please subscribe. We add new videos every week, and we hope to see you in the next one.